Hello, hello. This is Yonks with REtoken, the real estate DAO. And I can't believe it is already the 7th of January, 2022. And this is now our fourth dev team call. We also had a breakout one that I don't think technically counted, where we were talking about some website stuff and unlock protocol stuff. But we're joined here with D-Sign, who is our dev team captain. We've got Amy, Mrs. Yonks, and Blursday here. And whoever may be participating on the live stream, that's one of the things that we absolutely love doing, is being fully transparent here and sharing with you all the good things. So what do you have for us, D-Sign, or do you want me to just hop into some agenda that I would like to go through from the dev team standpoint?
Yeah, I think our interests are pretty aligned with the core team right now, in the sense of getting the Token Summit going, and getting the RET.team website going kind of in tandem. So for those unaware, we have a Token Summit coming up in just 6 weeks on what is that, February 22nd? Is that the planned date?
That's what I put out to the world, and let me bring that up here. And this was something that we've been talking a little bit about, and actually even better, let's go here to our roadmap. And this is Trello. This is where we get all the things done. It's a great task management, but also, so this is our public Trello board right here. And then what we're talking about is our roadmap. And this is one of the things on our community call. And if you weren't on our community call, watch it. This was one of the things with it being in the first of the year here. I felt that it was a good opportunity to really assess what we had on our roadmap. And as you can see, we've got one thing on our roadmap for Q1, and it was a REtoken virtual summit. And right now, the thoughts are that the real estate tokenization is such a small niche, and with the positioning of all of the other fun stuff, because several of us are engaged in other DAOs. And let me pull up that tweet here that I sent on this Token Summit DAO Twitter account way back on the 22nd of October. This was something that we felt would be absolutely fabulous, is calling DAO Day 2/22/22, and the opportunity to really create a virtual event, because we've got this Omicron. And anyway, that's something that we're going to be having more conversations about. We're going to be creating a proposal, because we believe that this could be a solid opportunity for increasing people's access, and most importantly, like this DAO, decentralized autonomous organizations, are changing and evolving. So this would be a great opportunity to provide an educational event, but then also have it talk about NFTs. I mean, NFTs were all the rage in 2021, and I don't anticipate that momentum will slow down at all. So yeah, the Token Summit, we're going to be creating a proposal to get this Token Summit launched for International DAO Day. We're not really sure what that's going to look like as far as the parameters. And that's when we're going to be, the thing that's really fabulous about this too, is the opportunity to leverage Biddle Week. And for those that aren't familiar, we've got a good amount of us on the call are actually going to be in Denver for Ethereum Denver, coming up right around the corner. So Biddle Week is the 11th to the 17th. So the opportunity for us to just be intensely focused to get everything finalized for launching. And then we've also got a mountain retreat where we're going to be going, and it's looking like that it's going to be lining up where we're going to be actually facilitating Token Summit in our mountain retreat. So I don't know how much of a retreat it's going to be, but this is going to be one of the things that we believe can be a solid revenue stream for any communities that participate. And that's one of the things that we're going to do on that. So the other thing too, do you want to have does anybody else have anything to add on Token Summit before we shift a little bit to Token Town?
With the token summit, do we need to talk about the kind of the technical things that we're worried about, or do you want to save that for the end after you go over your summary?
I think the immediate opportunity is to create a proposal or multiple proposals, and there's several channels that we can, I think, put together a solid proposal for DAOs that are in the granting process. And one of that is like Polygon ecosystem DAO or Unlocked Protocol. We already use Unlocked Protocol for Token Town, and we'll be talking about Token Town here shortly, but we do use Unlocked Protocol for that. We are huge fans of Unlocked Protocol. One of the reasons is that it really allows creators to truly own their own platform, whereas instead of like doing business on some middleman or OpenSea or whatever the case may be, like in order to mint the Token Town founding citizen, you go to our website that we own. There's no platform fees or anything like that. And we're actually going to go through the process, and I really appreciate DSign. So for doing putting a second pair of eyeballs on some changes that we made whenever we launched this founding citizen NFT. So I think right now the immediate opportunity is to create a proposal or proposals for Token Summit so that we can submit that through some various channels, garner some excitement, and then put together a task force to deliver Token Summit. So that's a lot of efforts are going to be. I already got what would you say, Mrs. Yonks, suggested or not suggested, absolutely told not to put anything on the calendar here for this weekend because we're going to be heading back from Cincinnati back to Colorado here this weekend. So
thank you for acknowledging that was not a suggestion. That was, thank you.
I got voluntold, like Blurs said on one of our live streams. So I don't even know if it was a mandate. How about that? A mandate to not put anything on the calendar for Saturday or Sunday. So we'll get some stuff lined up here for this week, and it's going to be intense. Like everybody that participated in our Token Town working groups. I mean, I don't know if it'll be that level of intensity, but it might even be more because the thing is that we're participating in other DAOs, and that's one of the things that we're wanting to really leverage as far as some solid momentum that we're getting, like the Open DAO, BitDAO, Unlock Protocol, and really put forward something that will be an absolute win, win, win for the entire DAO Web3 NFT ecosystem. And I saw we had Ryan and Dex join. I just wanted to go around it because I don't know if I did that, but I think I did already. But anyway, any other like initial thoughts on Token Summit before we switch gears here to talk about Token Town? I'm going to take the silence as a no. So for those that may or may not be aware, Token Town, Colorado, NFT number 5, and it's limited to 32. It's done very intentionally, and it's one wrapped Ethereum. This is something that we created on Unlock Protocol on the Polygon network. Not going to go into details as far as why there, but we absolutely are excited. Token Town, Colorado is our flagship project, and looking forward to that. And one of the things I did ask DSign, and I don't know if you wanted to talk about, it was some pretty simple changes that were made to that, one of which was adjusting the beneficiary. What was the other change that I made? I can't even remember on that, DSign. Do you remember?
Yeah, you had changed the price from whatever the original price was, which I think it was like 0.01 ETH or something like that. And then you changed it to the 1 ETH value.
Gotcha.
And the beneficiary changed to the multi-sig wallet.
So this is one of the things too, as we are recipients, the Token Town REtoken team are recipients of a Polygon ecosystem. And I'll just bring that up real quick here. Forum, So grant request by Token Town. So this is a grant request that we put forward. One of our OG Dowplomat's Poopster is a Genesis member or whatever they call it over there at the Polygon Ecosystem DAO grant. And we are the recipients of this. And we, one of the things that the Polygon Ecosystem DAO are being very good stewards to the community and are asking the project leads, which is me, to provide a update. So this is one of the things that I'm going to compile in a Google Docs and provide a really solid update for them, and probably update the grant request forum thread here as well. So as I alluded, Mrs. Yonks and I, we hosted a live stream with Xerix from the Fabric. They acquired our 5th Token Town Colorado founding citizen NFT on a live stream here a couple days ago. So thank you for James Xerix from the Fabric team for doing that. And that's the kind of collaborations that we love to see, because the opportunity to collaborate within the ecosystem so that we get this right and get input. And that's one of the things that the conversations are going to really ramp up. But I wanted to go ahead and bring open the window here, because this is something that I thought would be really fun to do on the live stream here, to show everybody how easy it is to because we're actually going to move the so this is the Unlock Protocol creator dashboard, and I'm pretty sure that we created this on one of our many Token Town working groups that we did to functionally build out everything that we did to get here. It was an immense effort, and thank you again. There's still an action item for me to do the airdrops, because not only do we have the founding citizen NFT for Token Town Colorado, but on Snapshot, and I'll just take a look here real quick on snapshot.org, because and snapshot.org, for those that aren't familiar, is the governance framework that is used largely. You can see largely it's almost up to 4,500 spaces on the Snapshot. So looking here for Token Town, I can't remember if it, let's see, Token Town. Yeah, so we've got 2 spaces. We've got Token Town DAO and Token Town Colorado. And there's not anything on here because we haven't created any proposals. And this is one of the things that we're going to ramp up. But where I was going with that is that we're doing a hybrid governance model with Token Town Colorado, where it's going to be a combination of the founding citizen NFT holders combined with the Token Town Colorado. I think the token is TTCO. It's another Polygon ERC20 token that we minted using the Coinvice social platform. So anyway, what I was wanting to do here, and let me bring open, because one of the other best practices that we do here is we use Gnosis Safe for our treasury. And this is one of the things that we have set up. And this is one of the things, and I'm actually on it right now. So this is the safe for Colorado right here, CO, Token Town DAO. And we've got our 4, let me show everybody here, make it a little bit bigger so that you can see it on the live stream. And let me real quick before I do that, show the one here. This is the grant that we received here from the Polygon ecosystem team. And this is funds that were deposited in the multi-sig safe by the team on December the 18th. And I did have the conversation with Creator DAO, which was one of the objectives that we put forward, and they have a partnership with the Polygon ecosystem where we're looking to use these funds. And so those conversations with Creator DAO are moving forward so that we can ramp up the activities. And let me actually go back to the forum post. Before I do that, I want to show everybody on here the owners of this multi-sig safe. So this is the REtoken one, and we're going to put forward a proposal to update that. Now let me switch back to the Token Town Colorado, because this is one of the things that we're going to do here momentarily on the live stream is, and I wanted to show the owners or the signers of this multi-sig safe. So it's Crush, Mrs. Yonks, Poopster, and myself. And the policies on this is that it requires 3 out of the 4. Now, when we get our Token Town Colorado founding citizens, we might come back and review this if this is the best thing to have in place. But we felt that that was a good indication because Crush and Poopster and Mrs. Yonks and myself are couples. So having 3 out of the 4, we felt that that was a fair dynamic to get a solid situation here moving forward. So let me go back, like I said, on the grant request. So we put forward a pretty simple, this was an update that made here. So give grant 10K used for creator DAO marketing services. And the marketing campaign goals is pretty simple. Sell out the 32 Token Town Colorado founding citizen NFTs. And I'm not going to go through this isn't an investment. This is a utility NFT. And the reason that we have 32 of those is that that's the exact number of Ethereum that it takes to set up a full node on the Ethereum 2.0 architecture, just to provide a little backstory. So gain awareness for REtoken and Token Town, and then develop a viral marketing campaign for Virtual Summit. And this is something that we already talked about. So that's the wonderful thing about the very simple marketing campaign that we developed here is we've got 3 very simple objectives of this give grant that we received from the Polygon ecosystem DAO. And I think that we're very aligned with what we're talking about to move that forward. So let's get on with it anyway, because what we're going to do right now, the 5 Ethereum for these 5 founding citizen NFTs are actually sitting on the smart contract right now. So we're going to go through the process. I think I've got a little bit of Matic on this. I do. So let's go ahead. And this is the button here that we use to transfer it from the smart contract over to our multi-sig safe. So let's go ahead and do that. Is everybody ready? Any reservations before we do this on the live stream?
I'm already on the edge of the seat. Let's do this before I fall off.
What's the worst that could?
What's that, Blurs?
What's the worst that could happen?
It goes into the ether, and that's one of the reasons that I wanted Design to review. And the so let's see, let's look at the block explorer here, and the where was this at? I can't remember here. So the 2 changes that I made to this was update the key pricing and update the beneficiary. So it was pretty simple changes, and Design did confirm that the beneficiary address is correct. So and to provide a little backstory, Unlock Protocol is a very successful protocol for it, and this is something that again, very grateful for Poopster, because we were literally, to provide a little bit of backstory, we were spending weeks to try to find the right NFT solution. I think I went through a couple rounds minting some NFTs on OpenSea, and then even did one on this other NFT platform. And it was still not something that I was satisfied with. And then Poopster brought in Dunks from Creator DAO, and I can't remember which working group it was, maybe 11 or 12. And brought him in because Creator DAO uses Unlock Protocol for their founding citizen NFT. So the worst that could happen is that it would be lost in ether, and that's one of the reasons that wanted Design to review the beneficiary. But as you can see, we didn't really make any changes. We just changed a couple elements here, and it was something that I'm not a programmer, so it was just changing the parameters on the smart contract to point the beneficiary to our multi-sig safe. And Design did confirm that that was the correct destination address. So we should be good to go here. We ready to do this?
Do it.
Maybe a stupid question, but can we withdraw like a small amount first?
I don't think so. I think it's just with, and keep in mind, I've never been through this process. This is the first time that I have been using Unlock Protocol. So let's click the button and see what happens here. So it does have a transaction fee, and I'm going to bump up the gas here. And this is something that Matic has been more congested because it's been getting more and more traction. So we're going to give it some more gas here because it's still super, super cheap compared to doing stuff on the Ethereum mainnet. So let's go ahead and bump up the gas here, and we're going to wait for the transaction to approve. And so it was submitted. Let me get a screenshot here. As everybody knows, I'm a huge screenshot junkie because it provides a nice frame of reference besides the live stream. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about why. Transaction confirmed. I got the little pop-up over here. So here's the transaction details. I'll throw this, and if somebody wants to put this on the live stream, that would be fabulous. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat here for everybody to take a look at as well. So it's just a matter of waiting here. So it showed that the transaction was confirmed. So let's go over to our Gnosis Safe, and then we can take a look and see over here on our Gnosis Safe. So let's go to the assets here. Boom, wrapped Ethereum 5, done. See how easy that was?
All right, good job, team. Let's call it a day. I didn't think we'd get this far. Whew.
Yeah, right. I feel good that you reviewed that, because this is something that's been sitting out there. So thank you again, DSign. And this is one of the things I love about Unlock Protocol. I'm not a developer, and I was able to figure it out. And I want to give kudos to Julian, the founder of Unlock Protocol. He's absolutely very, very helpful. DSign and I were on a live stream that he facilitated, and I would very much encourage everybody that's interested in having an NFT solution that you can truly be the owner of your own platform. Unlock Protocol, and it's a great solution for member communities, and that's one of the solutions that we're looking to deploy for this upcoming token summit, because it's absolutely fabulous. So we have now in our multi-sig safe for Token Town, Colorado, the 5 wrapped Ethereum for this. So good job, everybody. This is definitely a Token Town and REtoken milestone. I'm going to take a nice little screenshot of this, because this is going to go. The Token Town DAO Twitter account has largely been pretty silent here, because we've like been focused on having some more solid foundation. Like I mentioned here, that this is our 4th dev team call, and that was one of the things that we really made some intentional effort about in December, was providing. We created several new teams, content team and the ambassadors team, and those are the 3 teams that we're going to be proceeding with here in 2022 until we decide that we need to expand. We're going to have that, and that's something that we're going to be sending through, because the DSign mentioned the core team. We saw a lot of redundancy or overlap as far as the core team call and the community call. So again, stay tuned for the proposal on that. So yeah, going back to the dashboard here. So 5 of 32, the 1,000 days. This is something that, and anyway, I'm not going to talk more about Token Town. I see Amy's got her hand raised. Thank you, Amy, for using the Zoom functionality. I'm going to be quiet and let you talk.
Yes, I was just thinking for this momentous event, if you can
Hey, Amy, you're sounding super choppy. I don't know if you're at bad cell range.
Yeah, we've got robot,
and I can send it to all 5 of you guys. Okay. I can
put it in the chat. We're getting robot Amy. Sorry, Amy. Thanks. All right. Well, that was again a absolutely, because everybody that participated in the Token Town working groups, I mean, it was an immense effort, and this is just some of the fruition of that we're going to see here in 2022, and really excited about creating the HOA destroyer, and we really believe that the DAO framework, and when you think about HOAs, it's functionally a community framework. It's just not a technology enabled framework. And we're going to completely flip the entire dynamic of what people have seen for home building and creating communities, real life communities, like where people live. And we're going to completely change that dynamic here with Token Town, Colorado. And I know that a lot of people here now, the dev team isn't done though. This is the immediate need now, dev team. Your lock was deployed on an older unlock contract. Please clone it to use a new version of unlock. So I don't know who wants to take the initiative on this. This is definitely something that we should have like via a bounty, and then create some documentation and facilitate on a live stream just for the benefit of the entire, because there's probably other unlock protocol users that are in a similar situation. They may be wondering how to do it. And if we can create a solid and just dedicate like a clip, like figure out how to do it and then execute doing it on a live stream, that's the opportunity that I see exists. And I would like to get that done here pretty quickly. And I don't know what that's going to change. I don't know anything about that. That's something that I'm hoping that somebody there, whether that's UD Sign, Dax, or anybody else that wants to run with that initiative, is that we do have an immediate need and opportunity to upgrade the smart contract. And that's one the other beneficial thing about this type of a dynamic is that we don't have to be developers. You don't have to be a developer to use unlock protocol. So go ahead, D-Sign.
What happens if you click on that link? Does it give you the article or something to do it?
Do you want to just do it right now? I mean,
it seems pretty easy to do. It might be.
I mean, I felt okay proceeding because we got the money off of the smart contract. So that was one of the things that I was apprehensive on doing, because now we don't have any Ethereum at risk, because the Ethereum is now in our multi-sig safe. So I feel okay proceeding with this because we don't have any, Ethereum sitting on the smart contract.
Well, do we have anything
Amy's got her hand
on
raised.
our agenda that we need to do?
I don't think she ever put her hand down. But
Yeah,
I
she
thought-
hasn't lowered her hand.
I thought I saw her lower it. Do you want to see if your connection's better there, Amy? I'm going to lower her hand. All right. Well, are we like, let's just get her done, right? That's
what's
the
the
way we
worst that
roll
could
here.
happen?
Yeah. Let's stop planning and let's just do.
Well, the worst that could happen, Blurs, is I don't know.
I'm being facetious.
Well,
I'm not.
I saw Ryan open his mic. What do you want to chime in here for us, Ryan? Let's see. I see some comments scrolling on the YouTube here. Yes, we love unlock protocol. All right, let's get her done. I mean, we've still got 20 minutes left of the agenda. So the worst that could happen, like I don't think when we moved the money off the smart contract, that alleviated any fears that I had. So let's see, clone your lock now. Migration ongoing. Please refresh the page for status update. And again, the team here is, I've been thoroughly impressed with every step of the way. And Polygon isn't the only blockchain that you can deploy your unlock on. It's one that we wanted to use just from a consistency standpoint, because we use our social tokens are all on Polygon. And that's something that we're looking forward to potentially exploring as we are being intentional about finding solutions partners for our security tokens, because we're taking a security token path for REtoken ourselves. We've already, I showed the roadmap. I didn't talk about our Q3 of 2022, where we're planning on doing a regulation crowdfunding offering via security token, but we're also planning on doing a similar path for our real estate tokenization, including all of the opportunities in Token Town, Colorado. And that's something that we'll be, again, having more conversations, because we really want to pipeline before we get to the point where we're looking to do the offering. We're wanting to bring some dry run or some initial projects through this real estate tokenization process that we're creating here. So it says, please refresh the page for status update. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Migration ongoing. So cloning. If you experience any problem during the migration, please reach for or on our Discord developer channel. So I don't know if we really need to wait on this. We've got 15 minutes left, 15, 20 minutes left for our agenda today. And I don't know if we wanted to go ahead and put some stuff on the calendar, not for this weekend. Thank you, Mrs. Yonks, for being guarding of our schedule and not overcommitting ourselves when we're driving down the highway back to Colorado. But let's take a look at the upcoming calendar. This is, we use Google Calendar here at REtoken. All right, so let's see. REtoken and calendar. We've got on a placeholder here. I'm going to go ahead since because I definitely want to be on this. So let me change this to month view. So let's slide the placeholder here over here to, I don't know, maybe Thursday. I'm thinking that, but yeah. So the next week, are we good? Do you want to leave Monday blocked off, or do you think that we'll be back? Because I really want to hit the ground running. Like D-Sign said, we've got like 5 or 6
Jason,
weeks.
No, Jason, you don't get to hit the ground running after we've been in the car for 24 hours. So you already have like 3 things on Monday anyway. So no, bad, Jason. Stop scheduling all the live streams.
So how about Wednesday? Is Wednesday good?
We've got our community call in the evening. Did we figure out if we're still doing our community calls on Wednesday, or is it still
I think for right now, I mean, was somebody else chiming in on that?
Yeah, I said the same thing that you were saying.
It's worked out well, and I think just being consistent. Like we've held them on Wednesday, like almost all of the. I think this will be our 20th community call, and it seems to be working well. And if people miss it, they can watch the replay. Right? That's the great thing about this live stream format. Well, how about this? I'll put out a let us meet for Wednesday and Thursday, because this is something that we like really, and I'll work on putting some thoughts and bringing in some other people into the conversation too, because again, this is something that we're going to execute in a task force manner. It's going to be a completely brand new DAO, Token Summit DAO. So the opportunity for this is functionally going to be outside of the REtoken scope, but the opportunity, I think, and unless anybody objects, I think that this is definitely something that we can reward REtoken for. This is something that I'm fully anticipating will be a revenue stream, and then just the opportunity for this to provide additional visibility and exposure to our team here. I love our team, and so anyway, I'll put out a let us meet. I'll take that as an action item for getting what time will work the best. And we can collaborate in between now and then, as far as, because we haven't, the challenge ahead is that we need to create a well thought out proposal where we can take that proposal, get funding for Token Summit DAO. And when I say get funding, this is an opportunity that we can structure. We've already gotten experience using Coordinate, and I'm gonna digress here real quick, because this is one of the things that we spoke about on the content team, and I want to do that here again too. And I'm gonna just go through the process real quick, because I know that this is something that I need to get better at myself. Unauthenticated. Let's see. Okay. get better at myself is allocating, and I'm gonna throw DSign a little coordinate love here for reviewing the Token Town beneficiary. So again, thank you for doing that, because I felt a lot better. Let's actually, no, I'm gonna do the allocation here real quick. Okay, so up here, dev team. So Token Town, all the stuff. So I'm gonna put a better epic statement in here. We'll update later, save epic settings, and I'm gonna allocate some gives to DSign for, let's throw in like 20 here, because that was fabulous. Thank you for reviewing our Token Town Colorado unlock protocol to ensure we don't send the WETH into in the ether. Save allocations. So we're running the same format that we did. The main difference, when I say the same format that we did in December, the main difference is that we shrunk from the teams that we did. So we reduced the quantity of teams here going forward. So make sure you hop in and be intentional about doing some gives in there. And this is one of the things that, as we develop more framework for what needs to be done and getting things done, and I'm going to stop talking because I feel like I'm rambling right now. I'm going to go back to this and refresh. So does anybody want to chime in? Oh, look, migration successful. This is another success thing here. I'm going to get a screenshot of this. Love my screenshots. So what does it say? Please update your system with the new lock address. The new lock address is, and I'm going to put this in the Zoom chat. I don't know where we need to update that. And that's one of, I don't know. Anyway, we'll have to see. Let me refresh this over here too.
So that we just cloned the lock. It doesn't look like it has the steps to upgrading it here. We'll have to do some research on that on our own, but we just cloned the lock. So if we do anything wrong while we're upgrading it, we have something to fall back onto. It doesn't look like we'll have to actually change the address anywhere. This clone that we just made is just a safety net in case we mess up our current lock while we're upgrading it.
So this, I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying there.
Well, what we just did right now was cloning the lock. We just made a copy of it at a new address. And when we upgrade our current lock, we'll have the lock still. It'll just be it'll be at the same address. It'll just be the version 2 is what it seems like to me. And the reason that we just made this clone is so that if our current lock gets corrupted in the upgrade process, we have something to fall back on.
So we haven't actually upgraded it then?
That's what it seems like to me, because it said clone your lock. It didn't say upgrade. Yeah, and we still have that message right there. So I'll look into it more to see what the upgrade process is like. I'm assuming it's also just a few button clicks, but oh, maybe not, because it says please clone it to use a new version of unlock. So maybe if we do go look at that new one, if you go to your creator dashboard, do you have other locks now?
I just refreshed it here. I would think if there was another lock, it would show up down here, but
Can you scroll down at all?
Yeah, that's all there is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do some more investigating, see if that clone is the upgraded version or what.
Yeah, like where we would have to potentially migrate the NFT from the current one to the new one.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay, cool. So is that something that you're going to take as an action item then, DSign?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, let us know what you find. I feel much better, that we got the successfully transferred the money or the wrapped Ethereum from the smart contract to the multi-sig safe. So funds are secured, everybody. So that was definitely a milestone here. So the other thing too is that, again, I'm going to create a Google Doc for the Token Summit, but then also for our updates to deliver back to the Polygon ecosystem DAO for the Token Town and REtoken for the grant that we received from them. Thank you to the team there at Polygon for having faith in our project, and the conversations are underway with Creator DAO as well. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to unfold, and Tyler and myself and Design are also very engaged at Creator DAO. So we have love the Web3 content marketing agency over there at Creator DAO. So, and a quick plug. We had Tyler and I, Mrs. Yonks, we also had, and if you haven't seen it, I'm going to actually just digress. This isn't necessarily related to the dev team call, but I feel that we got through a lot of agenda here. I wanted to show, and this is one of the things that we're going to have much more conversations about, how to own real estate. And we had an absolutely fabulous, it was very fun, the team over at Citadel. Go ahead, Mrs. Yonks.
Hey, we've got a lot more to cover in this meeting. Can we pause that about Citadel?
What did we have to cover here today?
Well, a couple things.
We have five or so minutes left.
Okay, well then I'll just make it these last two things. Design, can you talk about the new degen and captcha bots? Are we kicking everybody out of the server and rebooting it, or how are those going to show up for people?
The captcha bot that I've added, I'm looking at just integrating it by creating a new verify channel and then making the Discord invisible to anybody that doesn't have the verified role, which they'll get from the captcha bot. And
does that include anybody that's in it now? They'll just, the next time they come in, they'll just see that?
Yeah, that's the plan, is next time that they log into the server, they'll only be able to see the verify page. And then once they click the verify page and the bot grants them a role that I'm calling certified human, once they have the certified human role, they'll be able to see the rest of the Discord.
Okay, great. And then the same thing on degen, or what is that bot going to do for the server?
I haven't looked too much at degen. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah, I think I invited the new, because the bankless DAO, and that's the POAP distribution, but I just invited the new degen bot over the other day. We've got a couple other servers that I'm engaged in as far as putting the degen bot in place. And I'm still not completely sure it will help facilitate, because I think that the degen bot mostly is geared for Discord and or potentially Twitter Spaces. This is definitely an opportunity for working with the Bankless DAO degen team to incorporate our live streaming format, because I would really like to see, and this is something that we've talked about in previous dev team conversations, to really bring some automation forward. So looking forward to using the degen bot to help. And thank you, Amy, for all that you do behind the scenes to deliver the POAPs. We know you are the queen of the POAPs, and I love, if for whoever missed it, you missed, Amy has now been immortalized via a POAP herself, thanks to Blur's Day. So thanks for bringing some more fun to the conversations here, Blur's Day. But this is what I wanted to plug real quick here. This video here, how to own real estate for $100 or less. This is something that we're also planning on repurposing into a forthcoming podcast here. That's going to be We Biddle Passive Income. And those that participated in our live stream working groups, this is something that we really leaned into, this We Biddle. And then the opportunity that we're wanting to create here with our security tokens is passive income for everyone. And this live stream with the Citadel team, literally today, and this is something that they are launching, they're introducing real estate on chain. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. It sounded like that there was exemptions or exclusions in place for US residents, how that they structured, because they're not doing a security token themselves. I think that they took a Commonwealth approach. But if you haven't watched this video, do that. We'd love some feedback on that. We're planning on having more conversations. We're also planning here, and I'm not exactly sure how that's going to look like, and there will be an official proposal coming from us, but we're actually advocating doing a POAP design contest. We still need to finalize our POAP design contest from the REtoken relaunch, and that's something that I'll be committed on getting the proposal so that we can vote on the finalized, so that we can have our very own. And this is the other opportunity for somebody from the dev team, because the snapshot plugin to do that. And let me, we've talked a little bit about the open DAO. I'm going to go back to snapshot, because this is where a good example of where that got deployed using the snapshot. And this is something that we're planning on using for this POAP design contest. So looking over here at Open DAO, this is a right here, election for Gnosis safe multi-sig wallet. I was actually one of the multi-sig candidates on the Open DAO right here, yonks.eth, and I'm really appreciative of the vote of support that I got from the Open DAO community. But more importantly, what I wanted to show everybody here is that the opportunity that we're going to be putting forward with this POAP design contest, and I don't know if anybody from the dev team has looked into adding this plugin, if it's a fairly simple process or what that looks like, but that's definitely something that we need to get done. So who wants to take that as an action item from the dev team to get the snapshot plugin going for us so that we can execute on this POAP design contest? Dax, Ryan, anybody else that's on the call?
I might be, but I kind of just missed it. If we can just discuss it offline, I can see if I can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll find a resource that was used by the BitDAO team. This is another POAP and this is where I think I got my first one, and it's through the BitDAO A Embassy is the entity. Let's see, first vote. I think I got one here. Yes, I got one on this. This was the first time that I got a POAP by snapshot participation. And then another one was this one. This one was a pretty cool one that I liked. Nope, it wasn't that one. I think it was the other one right here. So this was another POAP that I received for participating in the snapshot. So, and then received a cup or one from Open DAO as well. So POAPs are fun. It really provides just a nice little image to represent a milestone for whatever that POAP was created for. But we're here coming up to the hour. Does anybody have any final thoughts before we bring it? We've got a lot of stuff. 2022 is going to be off the hook, a lot of fun. We're going to learn a lot here together, and more importantly, build a solid foundation for an organization that we can be proud of being affiliated with. And I do want to plug real quick. I've done lots of plugs here, but the REtoken LinkedIn page, Mrs. Yonks, has really been doing a great job. The milestone that we're looking to hit, and thank you, Double D, for creating this banner here. This was something that we definitely needed to refresh, and it's a fun, welcome to 2022, but we're only 21 followers away from being able to live stream into our REtoken DAO page. Right now, this live stream is going into my personal page, and this will create more content easily through our official company page on LinkedIn. And for those that may or may not have added it to your profile, I would absolutely encourage you to add it. Let me, I've got my profile that I updated representing all the stuff that Mrs. Yonks and I are doing in DAOs, like right here, REtoken, Open DAO, BitDAO, and Creator DAO, and then the DAO hack. And that reminds me, do you want me to pull off our book club on Saturday, Mrs. Yonks? she might have had to step away. I'll have to take that one offline. But anyway, any final thoughts here before we bring the our fourth dev team call to a close?
I created a thread on the dev team to discuss the snapshot POAP integration. So
Thanks for driving that, Blurs.
I think I can, because we did the momentous drop today. If you can create the design for the POAP, I can distribute that for our attendees, because I know you have the NFT for the people that bought the wrap Ethereum. So I consider today a very momentous event. So
I agree.
yeah,
and
I mean, besides the meeting part, I mean, that would be a separate like POAP for doing what happened today. And that's just a start. I want to do a milestone. And Blurs, thank you for my first and one and only POAP picture. Thank you.
a keyword is the first. There may be more.
I know. Thank you so much.
Yes, we love you being in our community, Amy. We are blessed to have you. And to add a little bit to Amy, I mean, like you can see here, this is something that's been like almost 3 months to get to this, and we could have probably done this sooner, but this was a great time to do that. We've got this update. You know, we received the Polygon Ecosystem DAO grant. So it has been a long time coming, and those that participated in all those working groups know the efforts that we put forward, and we're really looking forward to get better here in 2022, creating proposals. And that was some of the feedback that we received from our American-made Solar Prize project. And the opportunity here too is if there's opportunities that make sense for us to engage in. We can't be everywhere and see all the opportunities. If you see something that makes sense for us, whether it's REtoken, whether it's Token Town, or now we're talking about Token Summit, we like reviewing any opportunity that looks exciting, that see if it's aligned with the direction that we're going in. And if it does, we can pivot and lean into that if it makes sense. As everybody's seen, we've done that quite regularly in the past, and that's one of the things that as entrepreneurs, and I like to think everybody that's here, you all are owners of that. And I do want to leave one last thought, working with getting our Uphold account, and like one of the things that communicating with them, and I still don't think a lot of people understand this DAO framework, because they're like, hey, do you have some like articles or something that talks about the members of the LLC? Because we are a Wyoming DAO LLC, and the members are represented by the REtoken token holders. So anytime you can go look on the public blockchain to see what the membership representation is. We have a very fair launch here for REtoken, and I love the way that we're incentivizing the community with the way that we reward participation here. And that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, increasing more automation, because right now it's fairly tedious from an accounting standpoint. So the ability to get better at automating that and using other tools like Coordinate, and we're just getting started using Coordinate. But final thoughts, we're already 4 minutes over. This has been an absolutely fabulous dev team call. We got a lot done here today, but we're just getting started here in 2022. All righty, let's call that a wrap, everybody. Great job, team. And this is definitely a milestone. And again, we're just getting started. WAGMI 2022.
Bye.
Bye.